Hi and welcome back to my
I'm
channel.
bringing you another important inspirational topic. Today's topic is, who is God to you? A lot of us don't actually know who God is to us. We know of God, we've heard about God, but we do not know who God is to us. And today I want to come to you and remind you and also encourage you to know who God is to you. Knowing who God to you is knowing the relationship you have with your God. Once you know the relationship you have with God, you know who God is to you. So you will not care to listen to anybody else's testimony about God, but rather you will know who God is to you and the relationship that you have with God. So whenever trials and tribulations come your way, or whenever you feel in doubt, whenever you feel like you're moving onto a wrong path, onto the next path that's not the path of God, you can run back to God and you can have a personal conversation with God. So who is God to you? Really, what relationship have you got with God? The same thing was asked to the disciples in Matthew 16, 14. Now, when Jesus came into the district of Philippi, he was asking his disciples, who do people say that the Son of Man is? And they said, some say you're John the Baptist, others say you're Elijah, but still others, Jeremiah or one of the prophets. Simon Peter answered, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus said to him, blessed are you, Simon, because flesh and blood did not reveal this to you, but my Father in heaven. So this is because Simon Peter had a relationship with God, or has a relationship with God, and he knew that this man that we walk with, called Jesus, is not just Son of Man, but he's actually the Son of God, the living God. He was able to say who he was when Jesus Christ asked. The others that was asked, they were listening to other people. They did not actually know who he was, because in my interpretation, they didn't have a personal or strong bond or strong relationship with God for God to reveal that to them. Okay, Simon Peter is the only one who has tapped into the Spirit to know that Jesus Christ is not just the Son of Man, but he is the living God. Are you like the disciples, that your perception is being swayed by what people say, because people are testifying that God is God and God is mighty, he's a healer, so you follow it blindly without actually having an encounter with Christ, or without having a relationship with Christ? Today I'm here to tell you to have a relationship with Christ. Encourage yourself to have a stronger bond with God, because a lot of us are Christians that go to church 24/7, but we don't have the strong bond for God Simon to show to him who Christ was. A lot of us have not tapped into the Spirit yet. We are very lukewarm, because our behaviors shows that yes, indeed, we go to church, but then our traits, our actions shows it's still in the world. Therefore, when Christ wants to show things, or when God wants to show us things, we do not get that chance to actually see those things. And honestly, God is there to show us. There are so many gifts in the Bible. There's so many gifts in the Bible, but because we don't have a relationship with God, we have not yet tapped into our extra gifts or blessings that we are supposed to have. A lot of us are Christians, but we do not know who God is to us. So, if you know who God is to you, your body, your family, everybody around you should know, or should see evidence of your relationship with God. If you know who God is to you, your attitude, your perception, your conduct will reflect the relationship that you have with God. If you do not know who God is to you, and you do not have the encounter that you're supposed to have with God, you are a Christian, but people that have relationships with God, that have strong bonds with God, have testimonies. because God don't feel those individuals. So if you do not know who God is to you, maybe your bond that you have with Him is not tight. Maybe you have to sit down and reflect on the things that you do. That maybe has put God in a distance in your life. Let us check ourselves. Let us not follow what people say about God, but let us have a relationship and an encounter with God for us to be able to tell other people who God is to us. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you next week with another treasure talk.